All right, let's dive right in. You've heard all the buzz around cybersecurity, right? But trying to actually break into the field, well, it can feel like trying to solve a puzzle with no picture on the box. So today we're going to cut right through all that noise. We're going to give you a clear, practical map to get you from just being curious to becoming a pro.
Okay, first things first. We have to completely reframe how we think about this. This quote here says it all, really. Cybersecurity isn't just one job. It's a massive field, a whole universe of different roles. It's just like saying medicine. That could mean you're a brain surgeon, a family doctor, a researcher. You get the idea. So let's explore that universe for a minute. What are all these different specialties anyway? Figuring this out is your first step, because it's how you'll find the corner of this world that really gets you excited. Let's break it down into 4 main areas. And hey, let's think of it like we're defending a castle. First up, you've got the defensive blue team. These are your guards on the wall, your SOC analysts, watching for any sign of trouble. Then you've got the offensive red team. These are the folks you hire to try and break into your own castle to find the weak spots. Then there's GRC. That's governance, risk, and compliance. They're the ones writing the laws of the kingdom, all the rules and policies. And finally, cloud and infrastructure security. These are the people making sure the very ground the castle is built on, the servers and networks, is rock solid. So which side of the castle wall do you see yourself on? Now, before you can start defending that castle or, trying to break into it, you have to understand how it was built in the first place. This is where the fundamentals come in. I know, it's so tempting to jump right to the cool hacking tools. But trust me, this stuff right here, this is the bedrock. This is what makes for a successful long-term career. See, security doesn't just exist on its own. It's built on these 4 pillars. First, networking. You just have to understand how computers talk to each other. Second, operating systems. You can't protect a Windows or a Linux machine if you have no idea how it works under the hood. Third, some basic scripting. This is your superpower, honestly. It lets you automate all the boring stuff. And finally, cyber hygiene. The basics, like multi-factor authentication and keeping things patched. Seriously, these are your non-negotiables. Don't skip them. All right, so you get the different domains, you know the fundamentals you need to learn, so what's next? How do you actually do it? This is the part you've probably been waiting for. A clear, step-by-step roadmap to take you from zero to hero. Think of your journey like a simple 4-rung ladder. First, you build your foundations. That's the theory. Then, and this is key, you immediately start getting your hands dirty in virtual labs. This field is all about doing, not just knowing. Once you've played around a bit, you can pick a specialization that you found interesting. And finally, maybe the most important step of all, you build a portfolio to prove to everyone that you can actually do the work. And look, this doesn't have to take forever. Here's a realistic timeline you can aim for. For the first 3 months, just focus on soaking up that foundational knowledge. Then, from months 3 to 6, it's all about the labs, getting comfortable with tools like Nmap and Wireshark. After about 6 months, you'll have a good feel for things and can start picking a specialty. And from there, it's just about going deeper, maybe grabbing a certification and constantly building that portfolio. It's a marathon, not a sprint for sure, but it is absolutely doable. Let's just pause on this for a second, because it is that important. A resume says, hey, I know about this tool called Nmap. Big deal. A portfolio is a blog post showing exactly how you used Nmap to find weaknesses in a practice network. You see the difference? One is a claim, the other is cold, hard proof. Guess which one gets you the job? Okay, so being a tech wizard is great, but it's only half the battle. The absolute best people in this field, the ones who become leaders, they've mastered a totally different set of skills. Let's take a look. Anyone can learn to read a security alert from a tool. The real skill is critical thinking. It's asking, why did that alert fire right now? What does it really mean? And then, can you explain that super technical threat to your boss who doesn't speak geek? And when things really hit the fan, when there's a real incident, can you stay calm and work with your team without freaking out? These are the skills that will make you invaluable. This one's for anyone out there thinking, I don't have the right background for this. Let me tell you, some of the absolute best people in cybersecurity came from careers in law or psychology or even art. This quote nails it. Your deep-seated curiosity, that drive to solve puzzles, and your flat-out refusal to give up, that's worth way more than any specific degree on a piece of paper. So as we start to land the plane here, let's talk about the reality of the work itself and the kind of mindset you'll need for the long haul. Because, getting the job, that's really just the beginning of the journey. Let's be real for a second. Your day-to-day job is not going to look like a scene from Mr. Robot. It's not all fast-paced typing with green code flying across a dark screen. A lot of the time, it's quiet, careful, painstaking detective work. But here's the payoff. The real thrill isn't the hacking. It's the protecting. It's knowing that your hard work sifting through logs or patching a system just protected someone's private data, their business, their trust. You are the guardian of these digital worlds that we all live in now, and that's a pretty amazing feeling. So in a field that changes literally every single day, how do you keep up? It's this simple, powerful loop. First, you learn something new. Then, you immediately apply it in your own lab. And then, and this is the magic part, you teach it. Write a quick blog post, make a short video, explain it to a friend. The act of teaching forces you to really understand it on a deeper level. Plus, it builds your portfolio at the same time. It's a total win-win. So there it is, the different domains, the core fundamentals, a step-by-step roadmap, and the right mindset for success. The path should be a lot clearer now. You have the map. The only question left is, where is your curiosity going to lead you?